Hello and welcome to Chasing Diecast Cars. In this episode we are going to take a look at some Majorette cars from the 200 series. That's what the street cars were called before they became the Street Cars series. All of these have no production date on them, so they were produced before 2011, when Majorette started to put a date on the base of their cars. Through investigation on the internet, I have been able to put a close to accurate date on them. I've divided them into 3 rows. The row on the left are the oldest ones that have a different packaging and a different Majorette logo, then the middle and the right row. The difference between the other 2 rows is that the right ones have opening parts. Let's crack on with the oldest one. So this is a VW Beetle in purple. It was a new casting in 1992. Not really exactly new, it was actually a retooling from the original casting that had an opening frunk. This one, the frunk does not open anymore. So let's take a closer look at it. So this has a metal base. It has suspension, you can see the suspension bars in there. So you can slam it like that if you want. Let's give it a spin. This release in purple was available in 2002 and 2003. So you can see it's all metal bumpers, headlights, the body, the base. Very cool. Then the next one, the Toyota Yaris. This was a new casting in 2002. This is a 2004 release. This one has an opening hood or bonnet. It's got plastic inserts for the headlights. It's got the same style of wheels, got painted taillights. Very tiny little car. Then next up we got the Toyota Prius, also in this style. This is the first one I show here with the authentic written on the card. So this was new in 2007. And this is probably a release between 2007 and 2009. But I'm not 100% sure on that. From now on, most of the cars we see will have this style of wheels. So we got headlight detail, got blacked out windows, but it does have an interior, and we got tail lights. So also suspension, as I think all of them have, although it's not really that much, or maybe it has gone, the suspension, but it's really little. Yeah, it's hardly any. I forgot to test this one. Oh, this one does not seem to have the suspension bars either. Oh, it does have suspension. Strange, you cannot see the bars here. Usually you can see them. Okay. And then we get this style of blister. It's with the cardboard piece on the bottom and just a blister where the car is standing up in it. So also the authentic written on the card. This does have a date on it. Release date of this version, January 16 of 2009. This Hummer H2 was originally released in 2006. So So let's try to open this one up. There's a hole in here and you can stick your finger in and then just pull the cardboard back. Yeah, that's how it works. This is a big one. Let's first look at the base. So it does have suspension. There you go. So we got detail all around, got the grille, the headlights, indicator lights, side lights, side markers, the tail lights, top and sides. It's got the trailer hitch. So this got a lot of detail, even the lights here on top. Very nicely done. Next up, the Fiat 500. This does not have the stamped date on it. Let's use the hole in the packaging to rip it open. There you go. This is in a very nice green with a grey interior. This has side detail. You can see here door handle, marker light, headlights, 500, the badge, Fiat badge, chrome here, the fog lights. In the back you got the tail lights with the chrome bezels around it, Fiat badge, the 500 here, the chrome. I mean, it's very, very detailed. And even the interior, if you look at it, I mean, it's pretty well detailed. You got a nice steering wheel, you got the center console with the gear shifter on the dashboard, you got the handbrake in the middle. Very nicely done. Look at that Fiat badge, how well it's done. You can clearly read Fiat on it. Too bad, got a little bit damage here on the taillight, or the taillight is not completely painted, but you know, it's a toy car, it's fine. But this is a very nice one. So did I mention this is originally released in 2009 and probably a 2009 release also in green. And then the last one from these authentic ones, the Mini Cooper convertible in green. This also has a date stamped on it, January 14, 2009. So this was new in 2006, and as you were able to see, a 2009 release. So they got the taillights also, the Mini badge, the Cooper badge, the little indicator light here on the side with the grille, and then in the front you get the tempoed Mini logo, and then these are chrome pieces, plastic chrome pieces. And again we get a nicely detailed interior just around the steering wheel. It's not that detailed, but the right part of the dashboard is very detailed. Again, gear shifter and a parking brake, very nicely done. Then we go to the next row. So these are a little bit more recent. So we get a different Majorette logo, we get a different packaging, no more mentioning of the word authentic on it, although they are still authentic cars. This is the back. So these have no opening parts. This Mini Cooper in yellow was first released in 2001. And this is probably a 2010 or 2011 release. well, early 2011 then, because it doesn't have a date on the base, so probably 2010. It doesn't seem to have an interior. Also has the same chrome plastic pieces in the front. Got the taillights and the mini badge. The white roof piece is plastic together with the windows. Just the yellow part is metal. So, did I check the Mini for suspension? I don't think so, but it does have suspension. The Fiat 500, I'm not sure. Nope, the Fiat 500 does not have suspension. It doesn't have the bars. Nope, this one doesn't. Okay. Next, we got the Fiat Panda 4x4. This was first released in 2006. This is probably a 2010 release. This one seems to have suspension. Yep. So we got detailed headlights. We got some black lines on the side. Detailed taillights. One thing to notice is usually there's a small window here, but this is a metal piece that runs through, so probably too difficult to make that small window. Again, we get a pretty detailed interior, but the gear lever on the dashboard here is not there. Next up, we got the Ford Focus WRC in white. So this was first released in 2006, and this is probably a 2010 release. This seems to have suspension, although again not so much, a little bit like the Toyota Prius. Got the headlight deco, got the taillight deco, a huge wing in the back. That is metal, yeah, it's part of the casting. Next up, we got the Mercedes SLK. So this was a new casting in 2006. This is a 2010 release. This one does have suspension. It's got the Mercedes star tampoed on it. It's got the headlights, got the taillights, again the Mercedes logo and the word SLK on the license plate. Interior wise, it's not that detailed. Next up, we've got a BMW 5 Touring. This was new in 2007. According to the internet, this is a 2007 release, but being in that kind of packaging and not in the other style of packaging, that is very unlikely. So I think this is also a 2010 release. So we got the BMW badge in the front. It seems that although the car is silver, they did do the effort of painting the headlights. I don't know if it will show up on camera, but it doesn't have the metal flake in it, the paint on the headlights, so that's very nicely done. It's got the taillights tampoed. nothing else, no BMW badge, no type of the car. And then the last one that does not have the opening parts is another Toyota Prius, this time in some kind of a champagne color. So this one is going to be a little bit harder to open because I cannot reach the hole in the back. So as I said before, 2007 was the first release, and this is presumably a 2010 release. Again, not 100% positive on that, but being in that packaging, it kinda has to be. Headlights, nothing on the sides, and taillights. Pretty basic, but here it does have clear windows, so you can look inside at the interior, but the dashboard seems to have fallen down on the floor, so nothing much to look at, I have to admit. So this one has a tiny bit more suspension than the other one, as you can see. So you see they have progressed over those years and giving it a little bit better suspension and see-through windows. Then we go to the opening parts ones. You can recognize them on the card here with these little signs that say opening doors, opening hood or bonnet, opening hatch in the back, or some working feature. So this is called the Land Rover. Obviously it's a Land Rover 90. This casting was released in 1987. This is a 2010 version. It's got the door in the back that opens. Got a trailer hitch also. These are sometimes a little bit hard to close again because they have often some flashing of plastic on the side. So you need to cut that off with a little knife to be able to close it. But then you have to be careful not to push it too far in, otherwise you have an issue too. So no details on the back here. This has got a spare wheel, and the taillights are actually the base that is clipped into the metal body. So here we clearly have suspension. So this is the version with the light bar. I'm going to adjust it a little bit. There's other versions too. There's no window piece here, I see, on top. So in the front also the headlights are part of the base. Next up we got the Mercedes A-Class. So this was new in 1999. This version was available from 2008 till 2010. This probably being the 2010 version. Seems to have suspension, although not that much, but a little bit. Opening part here is the rear hatch. It's kind of difficult to open, but yeah, it does. So this one has lensed headlights. Got no other tampos on it. It's got the Mercedes badge in the tooling in the hatch, and the side windows are almost down but not completely. That's a nice detail. And it's got one seat in the back that is upwards, so you can stow some bigger stuff in the boot. That's cool. Never seen that before. That's kind of nice. It does have the tempoed taillights. I did not notice that. Then next up we got the Mitsubishi Pajero in green. This was new in 2001 and this is probably the 2010 release. Here is the hood or bonnet that opens and we get a somewhat detailed engine in there. Although with it being black you cannot really see all the detail. So as you can see, it's got the headlights and the Mitsubishi logo. It's got the taillights. No spare wheel there, although it looks like it could have had one. Next up, the Citroen C5, again in some kind of a champagne color, apparently very popular with Majorette, that color. This was released in 2010 and this must be a 2010 release. So this one has the opening doors. It's got lensed headlights. And it's got tempoed taillights. Pretty nice interior too, and a sunroof. And then the last one is the Seat Leon Cupra, Spanish car. My brother has one of these, the most recent version of it, station wagon. A very powerful car. So this has the opening doors, lens headlights. This does get some detail in the front. You got the Seat logo and the grille painted black, and then the chrome bezel around it, and even some painted detail here on the bottom part of the front bumper. This is plastic, part of the base. Also the mirrors are painted black. You got a sunroof, and in the back we get some more detail. Taillights, Seat badge and the Cupra logo, and even a exhaust tip that is painted. That's a very nice touch. I wish they do the new version of the Seat Leon Cupra. My brother would be very happy to have a miniature version of his car. So who knows, maybe one day. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed. My favorite of the bunch, it's hard to tell. I like them all very much. I like the Land Rover 90, but I think the detail is a bit disappointing with all the plastic. Here the grille and the headlights, and then the taillights in the back. That are it's a clever solution to do it like this, to not have to use a rivet like Mattel does on the Hot Wheels and Matchbox cars. But I would have loved to see some details in the front. And I think this one, it's a small tiny car. It's not very exciting, but when it comes to the fit and finish of this one, I think they absolutely nailed it. It's got detail all around. It's got a very nice interior, very detailed. I mean, it's got, I don't know, no, it doesn't have suspension, but that's okay. If they put this much detail into it, I don't mind it. So maybe this is my favorite of the bunch. So please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and hope to see you again next time. Bye bye.